Callie. I'm going to be doing my first playtest for the Playtest games. I have done one or two playtests in the past, but this is a newer thing for me, so thank you for your patience if I stumble on my words or I don't do this 100% correctly, but I am just a girl who loves video games, specifically this kind of genre, like moody, maybe Victorian era, mansion. It seems like it has all the right bells and whistles. So I'm gonna jump on it. I did start a game earlier, but then I realized I need to start recording, so I am gonna continue with this save. And we fell asleep, and we are in a beautiful carriage going off God knows where. I love this ruby red interior. It almost looks embossed. I don't know the time period we're in. I can kind of give it a guess, but it definitely, reflects that ruby red. Beautiful design. Also the gold. We're dressed kind of simply, but let's see what's going on. I'm very excited. It is very scary looking out there. I would not want to be walking around in those woods by myself. Is that someone standing? Is that a man? Wait. Do you see that? Can you see on the screen? Okay, let's read it.
Dear somebody who I really know well, this is a very serious and secretful message, so you won't even really know who is writing this unless you are that dear somebody who I really know well. Please be hurry. There will be an event organized in respect to Crumply. I'm almost certainly positive that our, or worse, my life is in huge danger.
Oh no.
You know that I've been helping you since you were very young. So in my humble opinion, this is the least you could do to save my bum from the bum eaters. So beware of the very six. Seriously, kisses. The Count.
Oh, okay. Should we remember
my uncle has tangled himself in some dreadful mess again. He even sent Harold before me. Harold, the human equivalent of a warning bell. On the other hand, trouble definitely has to lurk around, since Harold is the right hand, after Dimit of course. But where was I? Oh yeah, my uncle. In the old days, my uncle was noble, brave, lending a hand to anyone in need. These days, he seems a touch of unhinged. Still, it's better to check if he's well than find him dead in a well. Good one, Gilbert. Good one. Hey, yo, Gib. Hey, you mumbling in there. You talking to me or the horses? As if it's me you gotta speak up, my man. I was just delivering a soliloquy of some sort. Mr. went to school with them fancy schmancy words of your soliloquy or something. It's soliloquy, my dear Harold. Meaning one talking to themselves.
Get with it, Harold.
I must admit, your perspective is a rare gift. The only gift I've got is the rotten mud in the tin.
You.
But hey, I left you there the leftover newspapers in the bag. How thoughtful of you to keep me in mind. Anyway, I'm glad you're awake. But close your eyes while you can. In less than a day, you will
100% a man out there.
Hold on. I mean, that's all I ever do.
That is creepy. Alright, so I guess we got a letter. We are going to visit our Uncle Harold, aka the Count. Did it say he was throwing a party for someone named Crumply? Recognition. And I guess... No, our uncle is not Harold. Harold just came to get us. Our uncle, I'm not sure his name. Okay. Let's ignore the man out there and jump into the newspapers. You right click to rotate. I'm on a Steam Deck right now, so I always have to adjust the control scheme to Steam Deck. It's easier. It can be easy or it can be hard, but I'm pretty good at it. By now, I think I changed the layout to just basically the right underneath the joystick is where I move as the mouse, and I use the R2 as a left mouse click, and then L2 for a right mouse click. Everything else, just as action screens pop up, for example, if it tells me I need to open something by clicking J on the keyboard, I will go in and change the layout for, I would change my Y on the Y button on my Steam Deck to just be the correspondent J button on the keyboard. Alright, so let's try to figure this out. It says, when finished. Alright, very odd newspaper. Looks more like a yearbook or something. The masked one strikes again. This must be him. Fresh blood on the old roads by Kufminka Forest. The travelers are once again urged to avoid the eastern roads skirting Kufminka Forest, as reports confirm that the masked one has struck down again. 3 bodies were discovered at dawn, scattered along the secondary merchant path, each bearing the same grim signs. Throats open cleanly, pockets untouched, faces left uncovered, as if they were sent as threat and left on the side of the road, or as a mismanaged message, perhaps. Witnesses claim a lone figure was seen moving between the trees at nightfall, just like I'm seeing, wearing a pale mask and carrying a long hooked blade. Guards have sent to investigate, found no tracks leading away from the scene. Authorities insist patrols have been doubled, though locals whisper that this killer does not flee, simply waits. You know, if this is the right way of thinking, looking to the window, from the carriage window to the right, that would be the east. So maybe that it's facing an eastern road that they're talking about. Just throwing it out there. It's kind of hard to finagle this. One second. There we go. Ooh, scary teeth. Werebear. Werebear. Like a werewolf, but werebear. Slain by Honor. Royal huntsman ends a reign of terror. The village of Flavella erupted in celebration this week as Honor, royal huntsman in service of the crown, returned bearing proof of the werebear's death. The beast, described as taller than a cart, but not wide enough to cover your mom, had plagued the region for months. Villagers report livestock disappearing, homes smashed apart, and most tragically, several children taken in the night. Honor tracked the creature deep into the hills, where the final battle reportedly lasted until dawn. The corpse was burned on the site, though the skull alone required 4 men to lift it. A feast is planned in Honor's honor. Mothers have already begun letting their children sleep with their open windows again. Ooh, I wouldn't be so quick to go back to normalcy. This thing sounds very scary. Let's see. Alright, seems like dawn isn't a good time. Probably dawn our death. Alright, let's read this one. Oh, Crumply! This is the guy our uncle is celebrating. Oh, commemoration for Crumply. 20 years since the Valerian Uprising, a night of remembrance. Lord Priprup, that must be our uncle, Lord Priprup, master of the central manor, has announced a grand commemorate celebration in honor of Crumply, heroic guardsman of the Royal 200. I guess he's among the knights. Crumpley was among those who fell exactly 20 years ago during the suppression of the rebel uprising, a conflict that claimed thousands of lives but saved countless others. The celebration will include a ceremonial procession, a formal feast, and readings of the fallen names. Invitations have been extended to nobles, veterans, and surviving family members. We owe them memory, and memory must be kept alive. Travelers are advised that the roads leading to the manor will be heavily trafficked in the coming days, so finding alternative ways of travel is probably the best bet here. So I'm trying to think of alternative ways of travel. I was thinking an alternative road, but roads are most likely very, very, small amount. There are no back roads through the back roads. But finding an alternate way of travel, I mean, the only thing I can think of is just straight horseback or walking, honestly. But maybe Harold has some advice for us. Alright. You can't tell what these sigils are. We're definitely gonna read. Panic and Melhant. Water hasn't been cleaned and turns hostile once more. The town of Melhant is once again in turmoil as fishermen report strange lights beneath the lake's surface and two new drownings within the past week. Survivors speak of grasping hands beneath the water and a voice calling their name from below. One body was recovered with marks resembling scales burned into the skin. Town elders have reinstated a bounty for the creature's destruction, though officials quietly admit the previous reward was already claimed. Seems like someone claimed to have done it, but didn't actually do it. That's kind of weird. On an unrelated note, the council is seeking information regarding the whereabouts of the individuals who took payment last season for slaying the lake spirit, despite clear evidence that the monster was very much alive. Okay, I feel like that is on a related note, not an unrelated note, but seems like a lot is happening in this side of the country. I guess these are all the towns around us. This Melhant lake creature kind of reminds me of like the H.P. Lovecraft monster type thing. We have a werebear, and of course the masked man is, I think, the scariest one in my opinion. Just make sure I got everything right there. Yes, okay.
Oh, easy.
Alright, now.
There seems to be an elderly lady out there. Wouldn't it make sense
Oh,
to
no.
stop in the creepiest part of the woods to pick her up? She's completely drenched.
Would you like the crone to enter the carriage? I mean, not really, but no option, of course.
Naturally. Please let her in. Hello, ma'am. Are you okay? What are you even doing out here this time of night?
Who is she? Doesn't sound like a woman.
Oh, that's no answer. But do you want me
I will say the voices, I love the voices, but the sound kind of gets soft and then loud, and I'm kind of having to try to adjust that between scenes, so I apologize, but it doesn't really bother me too much. Oh, goodness. I don't think she's entirely human. Is that her back or backpack? Alright, hello.
Kindness spares me a cruel night.
Think nothing of it. A gentleman's carriage must always have room, though I must say this rain is quite insufferable.
This storm is quite heavy, but not as heavy as the choices waiting ahead.
Choices? I'm unsure
Seems
what
like
you're
she's gonna be our
suggesting.
fortune teller.
Well, let me ask.
Who are you? Where are you headed? Are you traveling alone? What do you mean by choices? Well, I guess I'll ask who she is. I thought it was pretty plain, but
Who are you?
Oh, I've been called many things.
the tip of her nose.
First name
It's like an aardvark.
Skandamela, but you may simply call me Witch.
A witch? That sounds rather unflattering.
It's better than her
Not to
name.
me. Witch craft, not an insult, and I practice it proudly.
Perhaps I let prejudice speak louder than sense.
Are you ever afraid that you will die alone?
Alone? Hardly. More often than I care to admit. Better than dying surrounded by people I can't stand. Or worst case, bottle of Palinka would see me through. I guess I do get scared.
Yes, more often than I care to
See, the
admit.
man's out
And
there.
hear this. You are not as alone.
See,
as
she's
you
talking
think.
very softly
Your
now,
family
but
is scared on sleep.
if
Though
text
it is there with
pops up on the
shadows
screen,
fleeting.
it gets very loud, the background noise specifically, and her voice gets
thank
muffled
you
out.
for all your
The
answers,
rain gets
dear
loud.
son of Frederick. I sense my help may be of use here. And I think you understand. The threads of time can tangle God.
The nose is just freaking me out.
Threads of time. I know you love sounding
physics of
mysterious,
it.
but for once, could you elaborate?
Ah, here it is. Gods, I've forgotten how heavy it was.
By the sacred bark! What is this monstrosity?
Sacred bark.
Your uncle's shadow reaches further than his manor. I know you have doubts, fears of what may come to you and your kin. To see it, we must open the path.
I...
Do not fear. I sense that you might feel lost now, but I promise this will find your reason.
I don't know if I should trust you.
Frankly, I would not either.
What are we
but
trying to
when you're
seek
ready,
from her?
Strike the artifact on the top flat.
Strike on the top flat.
Better, but not enough. You must go beyond your
Let me do it. Okay, beyond my strength. Beyond. Oh shoot! Is that my? Is that him talking or her? I guess both. Oh goodness.
Good morning, Gilbert. Let's start our trial.
My hand? Whole again? I was certain... No, I felt it pierce through me, and yet here it is.
Shh, it's okay. The tree does not break what it intends to use. You are whole.
I guess I'm a
Perhaps even more
representative of a
More than
tree.
whole? Of course I'm more than whole. I'm terrified now. But what's then? Why are these symbols so familiar? Okay.
She is terrifying. She is unpredictable. It seems like.
Can do to you when you touch them, even if it is made from your blood and the holy will. I cannot say for certain that they won't damage you in any way.
My blood, you say? I don't recall agreeing to part with it. But tell me then, what are these 4 dice for?
4 dice.
4. Truly 4.
1, 2, 3, and 4. Is that good or
Who
bad?
knows?
It is neither, Gilbert. You should not be afraid. It is simply a rarity in these days. Most draw 3.
Most
Rare.
people draw 3.
Can I ask what's the most you've ever seen?
So I
This
do
is
4.
not a race, Gilbert.
That might be a little bit of a
Only
good
once
sign.
in all my
A little
years,
rare.
but never 5.
6 dice, you say? Who did you tell their fate to?
As I mentioned, this is no race, Gilbert.
What is happening?
Oh gosh, she's.
Are you alright, man?
The tree has spoken, and these are its demands.
Demands? For what?
For the telling to continue, and for the revelation about his manor, Gilbert.
Wait, what?
Okay,
I'm-
so
I'm
I need
so
to know the
confused.
future, I guess.
Don't worry, Gilbert. Let's take it one step at a time.
Yes, ma'am.
It will all be clear very soon. Look up there.
Oh, wow.
These are your heart fruits.
Oh,
3
this.
to be exact.
Is that the most you've ever seen?
Not again.
Did she say heart
You
trees?
have to make sure that the parchments here are accomplished. Otherwise, One of your heart fruits
What?
will be the
Is this the
shine.
parchment?
When all three are gone.
I
And which
assume
ones are the
the
heart
sounds
trees?
will end.
Exactly. But let's focus on this very first parchment. And we will come back to the
Parchment.
other one later. You have to collect
These?
16 coins of any type for
Oh.
this one. To accomplish that, let me get my deck of leaves.
Collects. Okay, deck of leaves. The cards are leaves. The things that are hanging are parchments. The thing on the wall are on the tapestry are the three I forget their names. Three hearts. We want to keep those safe. And I'm not sure what the little symbols below that big thing is, but Gilbert will try to note and sketch down everything which could be of value for the long run. Visit the journal if you have any questions. The journal contains the current objectives and later on would be able to help you identify clues. Furthermore, after the tutorial, you can find the card history here, which allows you to identify cards and read more about them. Okay. I love games where you can take your time like this. It doesn't seem to be rushing me. It allows me to soak up the information. I'm the type of person who will write notes even if I have this Gilbert is writing notes using this journal. I will still take my own notes. Press J to open the journal. So I did go ahead and program Y button on my Steam Deck as J. I also, as WASD, I assigned those keyboard shortcuts to my control up, left, down, right area on my Steam Deck. So I'm gonna acknowledge. Okay, so these are the parchments. For the first one, level 1. It's a level 1 parchment. I always like to get the terminology correct, so hopefully I'm doing this right. Coin Gatherer Constellation. So this particular parchment is a coin gatherer constellation. A constellation is on a parchment, and they are our goals. We need to fill this constellation in order to get the parchment. Collect the displayed amount of coins from the given colors. Collect the displayed amount of coins from the given colors. Not sure what that means. In case of the any types, the coin with the highest total will be decreased when granted the constellation. The highest number, the coin with the highest total will be decreased when... I'm not sure. I'm a bit confused. Maybe I'm just a bit slow, but I guess I'll learn as I go. The second parchment is a level 1 also. It is called a sigil sequence constellation. Okay, so sigil sequence. Place, reorder, and adjust your dice to match the pattern seen below. If it matches, the constellation can be granted. Later on, this may exhaust your dice. Okay, so below, those must be sigils. And I'll have dice, and I will have to match the sigils seen below. But it may exhaust our dice later, which I'm confused about that, but alright. Let's go to journal. I should figure out a way to help Purpro, my uncle. If all of them... Wait. Okay, prevent losing all 3 by any means necessary. Okay, so I guess these are the 3. But I thought I saw 3 groups of these, of 3.
Here they are.
I'll go back to it in a
Those
second,
are
I guess.
clearly cards.
Each of these is a masterwork crafted by the enchanters of Illumador. The leaves of the great tree are pressed and tinted between sheets of same bark
So
paper,
those are considered
living
leaves?
still even when drawn. But let me introduce you on how the telling will go. So now, Gilbert, the leaves can only stir with the dice, and the dice can only stir with the touch on the artifact.
Brave of you to ask. But how does it make us closer to that 16 coins? Also, you want me to touch the same monstrosity that drank my blood?
Come on, Gilbert. Trust an old hag here.
So the dice, the artifact wake up the dice wakes up the cards, or leaves it seems. Let's go back to journal really quickly. Prevent losing all 3 by any means necessary. Oh yeah, I was gonna look at this on the wall. Oh, it's not letting me go over there to look closely yet, but 1, 2, 3. Okay, so okay, I see now. We have 3 of these, but in the middle, what is that? Huh, okay. If all of them runs out, the seance will end. Most likely I won't be able to save my uncle from the foreboding danger. Seems more like fire. These seem to be those heart fruits that the witch mentioned. Okay, I got that. Parchment. Okay, this is the parchment, like I deduced. This seems to be the key to this whole mystery that we are doing in the card. I really don't want to be... I really don't want to, but touching the artifact seems to be the next mandatory step. And here's the weird artifact. The weird bloodsucker artifacts is used for rolling the dice. Alright, so everything so far so good. So I'm going to roll the dice. That
Wow,
noise.
that is magnificent. Wait,
So 4
these are the
dice.
symbols of our houses?
They are. And as you know, each house pair has their own currency.
Oh, so this is Auna, Hall, Costais, and Treasure.
Each phase bears a house of Mondemon. When the turn ends, each will mint a coin for you.
Okay.
Although it is strange, I cannot sense any movement in the leaves for this time.
Did I do something
What does that
wrong?
mean?
No, the fault is not yours. Fate cannot be controlled.
It must be the order of
This
these
just means
sigils.
no cards are answering this throw. A touch upon the artifact and claim what the houses yield.
Gaining coins. There are 6 noble houses in the world of Mondemon. I'm probably saying that incorrectly. Manor, Oathbreakers, Costais, Hal, Trasher, I thought it was Thrasher, and Vazul. Each has their own currencies, namely Trine, Tearing, and Talon. See the icons in order below. So here are the Nor, I believe, Oathbreakers, Costais, Hal, Thresher, and Vazul, and these 2 get the Trine currency, which is the triangle, makes sense. These 2 get the Talon currency, and the last 2 get the... Oh no, the middle is Terling, I apologize. And the last one is a square Talon, I believe. Okay, acknowledge. Let's look in the journal really quickly, just to... Okay. That. I mean, I don't, but I understand the concept. And each one has its... Okay. So what am I supposed to do now? I can't get coins, but I'm gonna get coins this way. And I need 2 axes, 1 perfume bottle, I'm gonna call it, and 2 fish. I'm gonna have 1 of each thing, basically, so... And what is this area over here? This is her area for cards, but she's pulling for me, so... Let me just go again, since she wants me to do that.
The bark clearly stirs now.
The bark
Tell me,
really
Gilbert,
stirs now.
Do you
There's a
see
card pop
anything that differs?
An image of some sort, a pitchfork, I think, in front of a house.
Ah, the peasant.
Peasant.
When
Get
you are
12
ready,
Trine
you can throw
immediately.
the essences from the dice. and manifest what you desire.
Alright, I'll take it.
The peasant. Here it is.
So she puts the
12 trines minted at
card
once.
over there.
You are getting
Because she lines them
closer
up.
to completion.
But tell me, these 3 dice are exhausted now?
The
Okay, they're
power
exhausted.
has been drawn from them, yes. And spent dice do not answer twice. To recharge, touch the artifact again.
Where is the charge coming from?
But
Is it
then this
connected
one
to
will
me?
re-roll.
I am no scholar, Gilbert. Unfortunately, there are even mysteries I have no answers for. Merely a vessel leading lost souls. But when you are ready, roll again.
Alright. Huh, I need that peasant card to accomplish the first portrait. Okay, I just did it, did I not? So, do I have enough? No, I need... I'm not sure. I don't think I have enough to begin.
Curious.
Curious.
Curious how?
The same answer twice in a row. So either the dice favor
Oh,
you,
is it?
or you are
I guess it is.
tempting old habits.
I swear, this time I'm completely innocent. But hypothetically speaking, would that be allowed?
The matter
She's
with
gonna
dice
terrify.
besides is in
I don't know how to meddle with
concept,
them really, so don't be
and
looking
the
at me.
all-seeing does not miss such things. Choose if you must.
So what do I need to choose? Let's see what she just said. It's it doesn't say anything. With the next peasant, I can accomplish the parchment. So I think she wants me to take it, but she's also like kind of testing me. But I'm just gonna go ahead and take it because I need it. Parchments and constellations. Okay, I forgot about constellations, so we need to figure out what those are all about. Parchments are the will of the tree. So, the little parchments are what the tree sends out. Let's just think of it as a little symbolic parchment. The tree takes its own skin / wood and writes. It's already written in his DNA. And he passes it on to the witch. And this is what needs to get done in order for good things to happen. So the parchments are the will of the tree and represents the power to continue the seance. So be mindful of them all the time, of course. Their main objectives. There are several different types of constellations which could be given by the stellar. The stellar. Each has their own difficulty. Is the stellar the tree? And is the parchment a constellation? Or a constellation is a parchment type? Maybe I get too wound up in the details, but it helps my brain when working with thinky games like this. Your first constellation is to gather enough coins, but later you will face more difficult and different constellations which have been drawn on the parchment. When ready, click on the ring hanging from the parchment. Alrighty. So this is the one. Yep, 16. We have 26. But I think we had enough earlier because we had 13. And then I think we had 2 and 1 in the other. So maybe it has to be more 16 at least in one of the trine, tyrline, or pillon.
Well done, Gilbert. The bark accepts your offering.
Then we move on.
We must. This one asks for order, not wealth.
But how can I provide if there's only 4 dice I have and 5 sigils are needed?
The tree rarely asks what's easy. Well, there is will, there's solution. Trust yourself.
Trust yourself. Criteria journal, get ready for you. Need to find a way to have another symbol added to the table. It says here, place, reorder, and adjust your dice to match the pattern seen below. If It matches. Okay. Wait, why is this still here? Is it because these were... Oh, okay. These were exhausted from the peasant card. And now I just have this. I'm just gonna check something really quickly. Yeah, I can't seem to be going... Yeah, I still have WSAD, so I'm not sure why. I usually can lean over, I thought. I may have not been taught it. But I'm curious on why I don't have my cards over here. It makes me think those are hers.
I sense we have arrived at our first fork in the road. Look at the marks closely, since even if fate is the ultimate blacksmith, it provides plenty of opportunities to forge your own. Which one will you take?
Card picking. Every 3 different sigil have the possibility to form a card choice. Fish, perfume bottle, and cross axes is a fisherman, and perfume bottle, cross axes, and oathbreakers are the ferryman. Choosing a card will exhaust. I guess it's just this is the order of the sigils on the dice. Choosing a card will exhaust all required dice. Exhausted dice can't earn money at the end of the round, nor give you a card anymore. Hover over the card choice to see what they can offer. Okay. I just like re-looking at it in the journal, make sure I understand it completely. Parchments are the will... this happened earlier, actually. While I was in journal mode, I was clicking around, and it was messing with things in the back, in the actual play area. So just a side note that it is not paused behind. See how things are popping up? Parchments are the will of the tree. I have to accomplish them. Pull this when everything has been resolved. Every single card seems to be formed by 3 different sigils, and the witch is unaware of the floating ones above the dice. What? The witch is unaware of the floating ones above the dice. But I thought the floating ones just represented that it was active and matched the one below. And if it wasn't floating, it's exhausted. There's a different frame and color for cards. It's circling this. Frame and color. I should keep a journal for all the cards I've seen so far. Okay. Should I do the fisherman or the ferryman? Fisherman. If I press tab, the swirly effect activates on the start of your new turn. Okay, so the next time you roll has a 45% chance to spawn a placeable hall, which can be placed anywhere. So I guess this just represents fish hall symbol. Okay, so I wish I could look closer. Let me try to... I see this, it says unstuck tutorial. I'm not sure what that means,
I will choose the path of Casais.
Ah, the ferryman. This leaf has no rush. Some may act once, others, such as this, linger.
Because it chose for me.
At the turn of each round, it may leave its mark upon the table. Roll the dice and watch closely.
It might lead to a what on occasion? Sorry, I missed it. Oh, look over there. Oh, I just need the one in the middle. What did I do wrong? Should I pull this? It's not ready yet then. But it won't let me roll. Something just happened? Do I need to do the unstuck thing again? Which I didn't really mean to do last time, but... I apologize. Hold on one second. Okay, runes and dice. Occasionally, you will encounter additional dice or runes. If that's the case, drag and drop them in between dice. Be aware that some can't be placed on the first 3 places. Okay, so it was showing an example. I wish this was a little bit bigger so I could see it more. I could like zoom in and like slow it down. I'm also confused that I see the table is turning here. I really wish I knew what that was about. So I'm trying to see what she's doing here. Okay, so die appeared there. And she's placing it anywhere. Okay. So did I get one? I think I may have bugged it a little bit. This hasn't happened to me before. I shouldn't have clicked the unstuck. So I am going to leave it here. I am thoroughly enjoying this game. If you have a few questions here and there, that's perfectly acceptable. A few minor things, but love the vibe, love the puzzle aspect, love the mystery, and I'm probably not even halfway to the mansion yet, so I'm super excited, and I will definitely be 100% in this game if I possibly can. Thanks guys!